I think one thing he's done wrong is he's not got involved enough in the Middle East. I'm one of these people that thinks that we need to be an honest broker. That's what in the past people like Metternich, Bismarck have always considered their countries to be honest brokers. If we're going to keep giving Israel $3 or $4 billion a year in aid just so they can buy our weapons and make Lockheed Martin stock higher and Boeing stock higher, then we're not going to be considered an honest broker. We're doing the same with Egypt. We're that military dictatorship we're still supporting. The same with Bahrain and the other countries. So if we continue to do that, we can't be seen as really an honest broker. Now, we have a lot of reliance on oil there too, which makes it hard with Saudi Arabia and of course the Gulf states and so forth. But with Israel, we're basically going to have to ask them to do this, and it'll be a quid pro quo. It won't be something that will disable their state. They need to withdraw to the June 4th, 1967 borders, and that's been called for since about 1971. The UN Resolution 242 called for that a long time ago, and unfortunately it was never done. And the United States policy, even under the first President Bush, has been for them to do so. And if they did that, they could get what they don't have now, and that is a U.S. defense guarantee of the borders. I mean, there's been a lot of talk about the Arabs not recognizing Israel and all that kind of thing. But that's because Israel hasn't really defined itself. It keeps expanding and expanding. So if we get to the point where they withdraw those borders and get a U.S. guarantee on their defense, then that would be, I think if that happened, the Arab League has already said that they'll recognize Israel and have all their states do it. And the Arab League has a tremendous amount of influence on groups like Hamas, Hezbollah, and things like that. Probably even finances those groups at some point, indirectly, I believe. But if we did that, then I think we could have peace in the Middle East. And peace in the Middle East would be great. I mean, it would be a tremendous thing. And also, on the practical level, it would also bring oil prices down quite a bit, because the oil prices, as we know now, the gas at $3.40, $3.30 a gallon or higher, it's all based on, a lot of it is based on the fact that there's so much tension and so much political conflict and uncertainty in those regions that produce oil, which is the lifeline of the economy right now. And we're still a fossil fuel dependent economy, and so is China, India, and all the other big economic powers.